Saturday in October. A simple name and a complex rivalry. For one side, the Big Orange is just not a color they can sit with, and the other side, Crimson, has them seeing red. Easy to assume everyone here has a lighter in hand. Now we get to see who will use it. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Vols will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season, and these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. The give from the gun. Not much room to run. Let's give it one to the 33.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. He's got it on the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. They've gotten deep into the conference race, sitting on top of the standings right now. That conference championship game is starting to loom large.
It is, and there's so much at stake, right? Like knowing in the 12-team playoff that I had a chance to get a bye, right? If I can win my conference. So a lot at stake. They've done really well. They're at the top of the leaderboard right now, Palmer, but a little bit of the season still left.
Yeah, you got to focus on today. We're at that time of season where all of us love talking about what's coming up. We're predicting who that conference championship game is going to be. Can they go to the playoff? It all doesn't matter if you don't win this game today, so you've got to be focused here. This is a massive game.
Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Tight end finds a soft spot, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. At the 45 on his way. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40.
Nice job by the quarterback. Hey, the defense is going to let your big tight end be wide open like that. You will take that throw all day long, and they do for a big gain.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick Saban. This has been such a critical game, not just in the SEC, but all across college football as well, Dave.
Yeah, in 1901, going back that far, this rivalry, the fans absolutely don't like each other. They don't like anything about each other. Every time the other team's playing, they're cheering against them. This game has always meant a lot.
Flips it out on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Wants to go up top. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Wide open downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. He is dealing on this drive, completed all 5 throws, and now they have 1st and goal.
Yeah, and who needs balance when you got a guy like this? You trust him, getting the ball back in the pocket. The ball's coming out, spreading it around the field. Nice decision making.
Looking for the end zone. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Cotton. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Makes the grab. That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
I love the QB here. He holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Bringing the heat. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on 4th down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on 1st down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loss of 2. 2nd down.
Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That 1st quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the 2nd. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Looking to fire. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Looking for a gap. It's Hubbard. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Good timing on the quick out. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I know, everyone's yelling, like, you didn't get the 1st down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up the 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Cotton. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. Did a nice job of it.
The throw to the outside is complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen like he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon, and the guy this defense has got to be ready for him.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Trying to get the edge on the toss. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Holds it in, the 1st down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. And he'll just get rid of that one.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Alabama! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Yeah, and how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man down the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Right on the money. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Volunteers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Man, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. The Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Quick completion on the outlet. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And the Volunteers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
It's complete. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question.
Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. They're not just using the running back as check down Charlie in the passing game. They're getting him downfield.
Right, and take my matchups I like. If you're going to play man-to-man, who are you going to put on the running back? You want to put a linebacker on him? I like my chances, even with safeties. Those guys, listen, they aren't as great as corners and covering, so I like finding matchups and exploiting them.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They're setting up the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown ball.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him. And that is the way you finish your first half. And now you got a chance to tie this football game up.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American Fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by 4 over Florida Atlantic. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Cotton. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Looking to fire. He's going to fire deep. Makes the catch down the right side. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. They'll immediately call timeout. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Cotton. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking downfield very late in the half. Catch in the middle, it's Wells. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Caught over the middle. It's Cotton. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw. Rushes on him. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bama!
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab over the middle. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And this big orange offense getting it done in the passing game.
And great execution by the quarterback. And when you think about Tennessee offense, man, when they got their trigger man, and they've had some great ones, Peyton Manning, T. Martin, Hendon Hooker had an unbelievable run. They find that guy, man, their offenses have been so hard to stop.
There he goes. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Tide offense He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Wells. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in the offense?
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up. And now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Shakes off the defender. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, Dan.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Alabama.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical end.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Pressure coming. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
They'll run it from the gun. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know.
And the defense, got him at the 27.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback effectively. Even better, getting him on the ground.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Back to pass. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for your quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one you'd like to have back.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Absolutely center cut. And with that, they've taken the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by 11 over Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the ground with the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open.
It's a fumble! And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
To the air on first down. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to throw again. Quick strike complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. And with that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
Looking to help the kicker out on third down. From here, it would be a 59-yard attempt. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
And the Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Aguirre. Swings it out to his running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're throwing the swing pass to the back, just trying to get him the ball in space to see if he can make people miss. That time, though, the defense, nice job with the tackle.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. It's on target and complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Quickly complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. Quarterback sneaking his way, tunneling and burrowing into the line. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
Here we go, here we go.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown ball! They move on top here in the fourth.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. And with that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. And And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Caught near the sideline, it's Wells.
Awesome body control and great job, too, knowing where he is on the field to make sure he got his feet down in bounds. At this point, this guy's been open all over the field, and if I'm the QB, man, I keep throwing him the ball.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. He lets it fly. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange off. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Volunteers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The handoff keeps working on that clock. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Quarterback adapting. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
This one's complete. No chance to run, but still a good gain. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to get it through the air. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Wells. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Now from inside the red zone. Finds his big tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throwing right. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up 4th down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
Down late in a 4-point game, they'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Tonight it's Tennessee who will celebrate its victory throughout the Volunteer State as they have turned back the tide to lay claim to this rivalry once again. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.